엘하, 안녕하세요. 안녕하십니까. 이제 연휴시네요. 저는 내일 여행 가기로 한 거 완전 확정 났습니다. 다 예약했어. 이제 물을 수 없습니다. 그래서 근데 밥을 뭐 먹을지 아직 못 정했다. 오늘은 바로 게임 시작해볼게요. 이거 소리를 줄이고 콜 오브 후아 저도 뭔지는 잘 모르는데 평가가 되게 좋더라고요. 그래가지고 신청해 주시기도 했고 시청자분이. 자, 시작해 보려고 합니다. 그 한글 패치 해왔어요. 굿 보시죠. 콜 오브 후아레즈 건슬링어. 오케이 됐다. 엘하 어서오세요. 마우스가 안 움직이네. 스위치도 그냥 키자고. 하지만 이미 단독 송출 세팅으로 해놨네. 왜냐면 다시 세팅을 한 번 더 해야 되거든요. 근데 트위치 보니까 이주하실 분들 거의 다 이주하신 것 같던데? 치즈찌기나 아프리카로 넘어가신 것 같아. 근데 또 빈집 터는 맛이 있긴 한데요, 그쵸? 어서오세요. 오늘 할 게임 콜 오브 후아레즈 보겠습니다. 시청이나 방송 아예 안 될 줄 알고 입주하신 분들 많더라고. 근데 그 안내문에 수익 창출이 제한된다고 써 있었는데 다 알지 않았을까? 스토리 아케이드 결투 스토리 보통 어려움 진정한 서부국. 처음에 보통에 가 있긴 했거든요. 아니 근데 얼마나 어려워지는지를 안 알려줘? 그러니까 어려움이 끌리긴 하는데 얼마나 어려운지는 좀 보고 싶은데. 어차피라 보통 해야 된다고? 근데 그것도 맞긴 해요. 왜냐면 내가 FPS를 못하는데 이거 총 쏘는 게임이거든? 어려워? 쫄? 아마 혼자 있어도 어려움 스타트 했을 것 같아. 가보자. 가서 이제 총 다 맞고 머리에 빵꾸 나도록 하겠습니다. 저 참고로 FPS 잘 못해요. 여러분 이 악물고 보셔야 합니다. 아니 서부시대 그 자체는 왜요? 아 이거 유저 한글 패치거든요? 한글 패치해주신 분들 감사합니다. 오케이 무상으로 이렇게 다 해주셨죠?
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years.
나 이 목소리
Name's
엄청
Silas
익숙한데?
Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
목소리가
what are you
엄청
doing here in Abilene?
익숙한데? 주인공
Just
목소리가?
passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
누구세요?
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where
내가
you started as a
현상금
bounty hunter?
사냥꾼으로서 엄청
That's what
유명한
it says in this here
사람인데
dime novel.
썰푸는
Don't believe everything you read in them
방식으로
dime
진행이
novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right.
이 사람 진짜
That
있었던 사람
scrawny
아니야?
son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawman who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy
갑자기
promised his
전쟁터에 날
regulators
내보내는
would
거
take
아니야?
the life of every bastard
슈퍼
who
없이?
helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
시작한다. 무섭다. 꼬작꼬작거려. 몇몇 적들은 총알에 대한 내성이 있으면 체력이 표시됩니다. 무슨 소리냐고? 막 키보드를 옮겼더니 엄청 뽀작뽀작거리네? 왜 이러지? 밑에 뭐 있나? 뽀작뽀작. 가보겠습니다.
It was
Oh.
about 30 years ago.
오.
Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near
Oh,
Stinking
좋은데요?
Springs.
오.
I threw
감도
in with
너무
the kid
높아.
because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies.
감도 너무 높아.
But before I tell you why
와,
I
너무
want that
높아.
son of a bitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day.
오케이. 그날 있었던 일에 대해 말해준다고 합니다. 결투에서의 마우스 감도. 이것도 낮춰놓을까?
I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly
이 정도?
I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha.
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
와, 내가 지나가니까 이거 흔들려. 소리 나고 막. 점프 되나요? 안 되네. 멀미로 쓰러질 것 같다고? 잠시만요. 뭘 켜야 멀미가 덜 날까? 그런 거 없나? FPS였나요? 네. 아니 그니까 뭘 껴야 멀미가 덜 날까? 좀 더 줄일까? 엘하 어서 오세요. 뭐야? 호수아비야? 아니 소를 그냥 이렇게 키워? 후리하네 후리. 이렇게 아무것도 없는 FPS 처음이라고? 오? 은신처로 돌아가라. 이게 방향인가봐. 아, 길 안내 해주네.
Need to stay here to keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Hell, shoot that sumbitch!
왜 안 맞냐? 좀 위로 쏴야 되나? 약간? 아. 이 조그만한 거 위에다가 놔야 되는구나. 서사라면 경험치를 얻을 수 있습니다.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
필리더 키드와
Garrett and his
패거리를
army of
구출하라.
deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit.
적을 쓰러뜨리면 집중도가
So that's just what
증가합니다.
I did.
휴로 집중 상태가 했어. 나 봤다. 인식했다.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kids' apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
아니 또 있어요. 아픈데요. 아 이렇게 계속 쓸 수 있구나. 안 맞죠? 화면에 빵꾸 난다고? 착각이에요. 아니 계열받네. 뛰어가. 은폐하라고? 왜요? 못 넘어가? 점프도 있다. 갓겜이다. 아 일로 가는 거네. 뭐야? 죽기 비밀. 각이다. 이 상황에서 스킬을 찍는다고? 원하는 직업군 가장 왼쪽에 있는 스킬. 쌍권총, 레인저, 백병전. 백병전 할래요. 이게 샷건류 같은데? 맞지? 샷건류 같은데? 저는 장거리도 좋아하긴 하는데 백병전 이게 샷건 같아서 재밌을 것 같아. 근거리에서 해야 될 것 같아. 근접 전투 방어력 증가. 4번 중 1번의 공격을 튕겨냅니다. 뭐야? 초능력자야 뭐. 됐다. 갈게요.
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a
Whoa.
tricky shoot from up there.
아니 왜 안 맞는 거야? 아니 왜 안 맞는 거야 근데? 막 3방씩 써야 돼. 그 십자선 안에 두고 쏘는데 왜 안 되지? 아 피가 있나? 얘네도? 피가 있나봐. 아 이거 찍는 것부터 다시야? 알았어. 걸어가면서 쏘면 된다고? 알았어. 무서운데? 타치해. 너무 무서워. 아이씨. 아 그렇구나. 맞긴 맞는 거구나. 아.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett
아니,
hired
고지
weren't the
점령해.
sharpest tools in the shed. The right position is very
그치
important.
그치.
Personally, I prefer to be on
어
top.
뭐야?
Oh, you do?
바꿔. 뭔지 모르겠는데 좋은 거 얻은 거.
Indeed, darling. But where was I? Oh, yeah.
네. 어디 계세요? 가볼까 그냥?
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters.
이거 강 쏘면 진짜 안 맞는다. 이거 쏘면 혹시 터지나요? 미친. 이거 쏘면 터지네. 아, 비밀 내놔. 비밀 내놔 임마.
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiot.
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
재밌는데?
Shoot that bastard.
실제로 기름통을 쏜다고 안 터진다고? 그래?
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
안으로 들어가? 아니 재밌는데? 왜
It was a
재밌지?
bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way
약간
around the back
놀이공원
of the house.
같아요. 이렇게 나를 위한 놀이공원 같아. 재밌네?
And like that,
빌리,
I was
내가
inside,
왔어.
none the worse for wear. I
위에
passed Dirty Dave.
지나쳤다고? 알았어.
Deader than a rat.
And
아, 우리
upstairs I
팀이구나.
found Billy and Charlie Baldry.
위 발견.
Nowhere.
오, 그렇군요. 알겠습니다.
How about that? Huh? You like that?
되게 놀이란 살인이다. 아니 뭔 소리야? 살인이란 놀이다 아니야? 명사수 21살에 21명을 죽인 새빠른 놈 빌리 더 키드.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo."
재밌겠다.
Grab a gun and
장거리인가
get to the
봐.
window.
Wait, so you were friends with Billy
장거리
the Kid?
사귀는가 봐요.
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on
Keep this up
coming.
all day. Sand in the hand.
여기 있잖아. 다 알아. 재밌는데?
That's when Charlie
now?
got hit.
찰리가 총을
Catching
맞았다.
us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side. I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty
와!
clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a
찌래.
gallon, Billy shouted.
개 틀린 건이래.
Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention.
화내서 말을 끌고 오라고?
He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to?
다 죽이면 되는 거
But
아니야?
I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
헛간이 어디야?
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of
정확성이 떨어진다고?
invincibility
그러게.
that many young men have. Like Jack.
What are you saying, old man?
무기를 바꿀 수도 있구나.
Yeah, he better be.
우와, 깜짝이야. 씨.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am.
올라가?
Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Gonna make you
아이씨, 깜짝이야. 와, 한방 컷이야?
making my way past the castle of fallen foe.
와, 재밌는 거다. 쓸 수 있나? 다리는 엄청 많이 써야 되네. 석양이 진다라고? 그러네.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
뭐야, 어디서 맞아? 산탄총 소지량 증가, 소효율 증가, 홍보. 이게 원딜의 마음인가?
I had the
개재밌는데?
stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
큰일
I read
났다.
that you went toe to toe with him, sir. That backstabbing
큰일
bastard
났다.
with that tacked on tin star.
1대1 하나 보다. 뭐 하나? 오! 진짜네? 보안관이라고? 공무원 죽여도 되나요? 오만하고 반반하며 서투른 놈, 팻 게런. 자기 배지 떨어뜨렸어. 아니 왜 이러고 하는데?
You challenged him to a showdown.
왜 빙글빙글
You
도는데?
read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
야 진짜 맥클인데 이거 봐. 빨간 색깔. 에? 뭐야? 마우스로 적에게 집중해야 합니다. 지 맘대로 움직이는데? 집중합니다. 집중의 박수! 짝! 짝짝짝짝! 종을 뽑아들었을 때 사망. 사망. 이거 다르게 움직인다. 이번에는 왼쪽으로 움직이네. 아, 머리를 안 맞춰도
In a fair
되는구나.
fight.
아, 맞네.
Is that what that
총은
penny
가슴에
dreadful
맞아도
said?
한 방이죠.
No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett.
팻 게런 컷.
So let me start again.
에?
I finally reached those damn
Wow.
stables.
사실은 아니었다고 이렇게 한 게?
Stepped inside, and
아!
last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
아 망상이었던 거임?
Boy, that was just the beginning.
자 일단 보안관한테 잡혔어요 저는. 진실의 조각들 2개인 거 개열받네. 아니 저는 명중률 떨어진 거 괜찮거든요. 진실의 조각 2개밖에 못 모았어. 이게 진짜 열받는데 여러분 위해서 그냥 넘어가 드릴게요. 아
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah.
재밌는데?
After I
진짜
came to,
놀이동산 같아. 그 놀이동산에서 총 쏘는 놀이기구 이런 느낌? 또 좋은 점이 뒤는 안 봐도 돼서 좋아요.
And the kid surrendered?
when he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did.
갇혔어.
Sentenced me to hang right along
교수요?
with the kid.
탈옥하나? 재밌겠다. 탈옥 꿀맛이지. 다음에 봄까지 갇혀 있었다고? 야, 오래 갇혀 있었다. 가자.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
야, 이게 내 감옥방이야? 4달? 안
He was with
올라가죠.
John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a
저기
bullet
무슨
for
차원의
what
벽
he'd done
같은
to
게
me and
보이는데요?
mine.
파란색
Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence.
풀어주세요. 여기 있다.
Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make
빌리야
his
다
move.
죽이고 있나봐. 나도! 친구!
He shot Jim Bell and a few
나도!
other guards as he made his getaway.
야, 우리
Later,
친하잖아.
they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy.
아,
What the
화장실에
papers didn't
총을
say
숨겨서.
is that Billy helped me escape too.
나도. 오!
My
역시
first
내
order
친구
of business
빌리야.
was finding a firearm.
비밀 발견.
Luckily, I
아직도 좀
located Deputy
감도가
Bob
빠른 것
Ollinger's
같고.
mean-ass shotgun.
야, 산탄이다 이번에. 다 죽었다. 산탄을 든 나는 다르다. 청천벽력 같은 총성. 사람을 반토막 내는 파괴력. 밥 올린 자의 산탄초. 재밌겠네?
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops
빌리
to make
얼굴
my
처음 보는
escape.
것 같다.
So I did.
아, 탄이 없구나, 별로. 뭐야.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
That
깜짝이야.
scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kid's escape raised a huge ruckus.
아, 그거
Guards were
줘라.
everywhere looking for it.
그런 거 없나?
Can't let the kid get away.
산탄 탄약 없나? 목표 확인하. 아, 진. 여기 비밀 있는 거 아니야? 야, 비밀 내놔. 비밀 내놔.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the
산탄
planks
말고
where I could, but
산탄이랑 유견발 권총
some of that
먹고.
wood was slippery as hell.
Ouch.
The whole town was up in arms. Suddenly, I was a fugitive.
맞춘 거 같은데? 일로 갈래. 사망. 당연히 게임적 허용으로 지붕에서 뛰어내려도 되는 줄 알았네. 야, 지붕 한 층 정도는 괜찮잖아. 네가 그러고도 주인공이야? 어디로 가야 돼, 근데 그러면? 스페이스로 뛰어오릅니다. 아, 이게 길인가 보다. 어디서 하늘에서 이렇게 일로?
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm.
저는 이제
But I
복수를
knew if I was ever
하려고
gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there.
빌리랑 협력하고 있는 거예요. 저는 나쁜 놈이 아니고요.
I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way
아이씨.
past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
We can take them.
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me.
비밀이다.
Some of them thought I was Billy.
아니었어.
You hooligans can go to
We're
hell.
gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back.
어.
Put down your weapon. Hey, I'll flank. Somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
했는데 위에서 쐈는데.
Get your hands down.
There's children here.
Stop him.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts.
어디야?
We prize them too high, if you ask me.
뭐야? 했는데 하루 만에 수십 명을 죽인 것 같은 착한 놈인가요? 착한 놈은 아닌 것 같은데 의리 있는 놈으로 하죠. 의리 있는 놈. 오! 재장전 빨라지기? 미쳤지. 못 참지. 나 이제 산탄으로 갑니다.
Show yourself.
와! 야, 조각 나는데 몸이?
You won't get away with this.
어디야? 이거 뚫는 거 아닐까? 아니네.
I don't get paid enough for this. Damn town's going to hell in a handbasket.
자꾸 아무 생각 없이 뛰어내리네 지붕에서. 개념 세이브다. 마을을 지나 길을 뚫어라. 어디로요? 위로 가는 거 맞네? 근데 지붕에서 뛰어내리는 거 정도는 킹제가 아니에요? 그렇게 생각한다. 일로.
Well, where
이제
was
한
the
번.
kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
날 이용하려고. 죽었다.
So I could be a hapless
어디야?
decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town. I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on mine.
뭐야? 옆에 죽어버렸다. 어렵네. 여기 어디야?
In for the kill.
와, 이러고 오고 있었어 나한테. 방패병 미쳤나?
Boy, you are shit out of luck.
아니 미친.
Ain't bothered me none.
표정 봐.
We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back. Hey, there's it coming.
이거 무슨 그 게임 같은데? 협동하는 거 뭐죠? 레인보우 식스 시즌가? 아니 살아있어 아직도. 아니 나무 정도로 이걸 막는 게 말이 돼요? 말이 되나? 나무로 샷건을 막는다고? 왜 셀로판지로 막는다 하지? 샷건이 약간 까다로운 게 멀리 있는 거가 안 되네. 그치? 그렇게 멀리 있는 거 어떡해? 되네? 그냥 샷건 쓰면 되나봐요. 써볼게요. 여기? 저 원래 안 될 것 같은데? 저 정도는? 어디 뭐가 있는데? 타다다다다다! 자, 다음 원패물로. 아니, 이게 맞네?
We can take him.
뭐야?
Put down your weapon.
아우. 네, 있네. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 여기 말소리가 들리는데. 부졌다. 살았다.
We're gonna be in
엄청
deep shit
많았어.
when Pat gets back.
샷건 원래 이 정도 거리도 되나요? 샷건 전문가분들 나와주세요. 저기는 안 되는 것 같은데. 날아가던 총알이 없어지진 않는다고? 그래? 장거리도 괜찮은 거야?
We can take him.
나와 임마. 있나?
We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back.
쪼가리도 맞으면 죽긴 죽는다. 안 되는 것 같아. 머리가. 제가 봤을 때 잡캐 루트를 타야 하지 않을까? 올려야겠다. 멀리서.
Surrender yourself. Give it up. We can take him.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
바꿀까? 저게 바꿨네.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind
내가
me,
죽였다고
angry as hell
공포한
that
거네?
Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob. I said.
그 뒷걸 또 시작한. 아니 배
You
뭐야?
better let me go. And he says, I don't think so,
배 뭐야?
boy. Not with my shotgun.
아, 내가 샷건
So we stood there in the middle of the street,
시작이다.
eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
와, 손도 옮기고. 심장박동이 들리면 총을 뽑아들 수 있습니다. 아, 먼저 뽑으면 불명예스럽다고? 아, 명예 빼곤 시체지. 아! 진짜 시체가 되어버렸다. 명예 빼고 시체인데? 진짜 시체가 되어버렸다.
I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day.
명예롭게
That
사살.
Garrett gunned down
진실의
Billy 3
조각들
months
단
later.
한 개.
So his escape was all for naught anyway.
아, 쌍권총이 정배인가? 리볼버가 정배긴 한데. 아, 아깝네. 이미 올려버려가지고.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
리볼버가 근거리, 장거리 다 괜찮은 것 같은데.
Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The
왜 인기
Mexican
있는지
rurales?
알겠다.
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
에피소드 2.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led
이거
by
다
old
실제
man Clan
사람들 같지
himself.
않아요? 막
They must have
무슨
paid you a
역사적
pretty
배경
penny to
이런
take
거
them hombres on.
읽기 자료로 나오던데 자꾸.
But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
뚜루둥. 두두. 카우보이는 거대한 무법자 갱단입니다. 그래요? 아, 양손에 쓰는 애들도 나오나봐 이제. 발각되면 위험하다고?
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
와, 여기 아무것도 없다고? 이걸 안 만들어놨어.
Where's he going?
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising,
영마차.
being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
붉은 복면을 한 사람들이
Where's this hombre?
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
뭐야?
Moments later, the attackers were dead. And I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still
안녕하세요.
breathing.
이 안에 미녀가 있는 게 아닐까? 안녕하세요.
None.
미녀가
It was
아니고
then
아저씨
I wondered if the
엉덩이였고요.
rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer.
더 있을 것
They
같은데.
attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from
뭐야?
above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of
미친 거
nowhere,
아니야?
and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys
내 그녀가
attacked me
내 순정
Apache
돌려줘?
style. I was in a
엉덩이라도
pitched
갖다
battle,
드릴까요?
but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green, but often blunder into regrettable situations.
멈춰
I
임마.
just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo.
뭐야 또 있어?
but I knew he was with the cowboy. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to find my way past these other assholes first.
아 죽었다. 엘하 어서 오세요. 아저씨 엉덩이 필요 없다고 어디다 쓰냐고? 방석으로 쓰면 되지 않을까? 왜 이렇게 잘 쏘냐고? 말하자마자 바로 죽었죠? 아 따라가지 말고 들어올 때 딱 쏘면 되겠구나. 이 자식이 날 죽였나 보다. 얘만 신경 쓰다가.
Hard to hit a moving target. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
너무 많은데? 야! 너무 많은데? 말도 안 되게 많은데? 탈출 방법 뭔데? 뭘 따라 도망치고? 야 이것도 세 발밖에 안 남았어?
Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this.
얘는 1m만 돼도 뛰어내리면은 총 맞은 거랑 비슷한 정도의 상처를 입어요.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going.
1m만 돼도 안 돼. 느려지면 안 돼.
That's when something miraculous happened.
뭐야?
Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition.
풀 플레이트 메일.
Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good.
내려가면 죽을 것 같은데? 얘 무릎 상태로는? 다시 가야 돼? 와 몰아놓고 다시 가야 돼 이렇게?
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite
다이너마이트.
along with that ammo.
G로 던집니다.
That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
쏘지 말고 막 두 방씩 팍팍 쏴야겠다. 한 방 쏴서 안 죽네 이거는. 지금 없지? 라이플은 없어.
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
잡았다. 한 방씩 머리에 쏘는 거 어떠냐고? 그게 잘 되면 수능 때 전부 다 맞추는 것도 되겠죠? 로또 번호도 그냥 6개 맞추면 되는 거 아닌가?
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clinton, I'm coming for
언덕
you.
위로 올라가서 늙은이를
A little
죽여라.
stealth might have made more sense.
에? 언덕 위로 올라가길래 전력 질주했는데 이런. 나 산탄로트 탄 거 안 좋은 거 같아. 산탄로트 별로인 거 같아.
I needed to get that old man off that gun.
와 씨. 와. 뭐지? 저기로 가야 되나? 여기로? 아니 미친 선인장이 떨어지는데 이렇게 올라가는 거 맞을까요? 다음 루트 여기 두두두두두두 다음 저기 안 쏴. 안 쏘면 총알이 빗발치네요. 그니까 이렇게 가는 거 맞는 거 같아. 왜냐면은 보이지도 않아. 저 쏘는 애가. 여기? 죽었다고 복창해라. 어떻게 이렇게 딱 맞게 돼있지? 배틀린 과열되는 거 아니야? 죽었다고 복창해라. 간다. 아리리 간다! 이게 한 번 누르면 유지가 되네. 그 자세가.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
그것이에요. 그거 던질 거예요. 그거 던져보자. 폭탄 던져보자. 설마 처음부터는 아니라고 해주세요. 아니다. 오씨. 왜 일어서 있어? 미쳤나? 엥? 가만히 있었는데? 혹시 그거 던졌나? 폭탄 던졌나? 약간 그런 느낌으로 죽은 것 같은데. 맞네. 폭탄이네. 아니. 너무하잖아. 뭐야 이거. 오씨 깜짝이야. 아니 어떻게 잡냐? 더 건접해야 되나? 하나 더 있는 것 같죠 왼쪽에. 저기로 가볼게요. 더 가야 되나? 가까이? 어. 옆 잡았다. 돌았다. 아이씨. 미친. 회사에 갔는데 어떻게 알았죠? 다이너마이트 던지려고? 아, 별일 없는데? 나 이렇게 하고 있어.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive.
다이너마이트
And told Ike and
뭔가
Billy Clanton
이상한 데
that it wasn't
던져준
a
것 같은데.
Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps.
재밌네.
And that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary
먹장
gunfight at the
들어봤네.
OK Corral.
잘 가라 나의 아기 고양이. 아, 님의 아기 고양이셨어요? 스키야. 이거 샷건 못 쓸 것 같은데요? 아, 물려주세요 다시. 샷건 되게 별론데요? 뭐 그런 거 있나? 강해지는 거? 근접 방어가? 사거리 증가한다고? 네, 루트를 탔으니까 가볼게요. 어쩔 수 없지. 인제 산탄총. 나 이제 쓸 수 있어? 은재 산탄총? 짬뽕맨이 안 났냐고? 보니까 그 사거리 증가 있어가지고 제가 지금 사거리 때문에 약간 까다로운 건데 괜찮을 것 같은데? 또 샷건의 맛이 있어요. 탁탁탁 해가지고 바로 그 산산조각 내는 맛. 자. 오케이
A
목장이야.
few weeks after that dust up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
라이플이네 또. 아니 샷건은 언제 줘요?
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
샷건은 언제 줘요? 저 열었거든요. 언제 샷건?
They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first, I need to tell you about the cowboys' new
너
boss,
두 개밖에.
Curly Bill Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys.
와. 야 풍경 좋다. 물에 빠질 수 있나? 안 되네. 풍경 좋은데요, 여러분? 멍청한 게 빨간 수건을 걸고 있어서 졸라 잘 보여.
Curly Bill took charge of the cowboys
얘네는
upon the
그
old man's demise. And
은폐
after that
그걸
gunfight at the
모르나?
OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
그리고 나도 빨간 수건 하고 있으면 적인 줄 알고 안 쏘는 거 아니야?
Put some holes in him!
뭐 없나? 갸웃갸웃 없나? 기웃기웃?
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
You shoot the son of a bitch!
뭐야?
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who
갑자기
they thought I was.
안 보여.
Hit him from the side. I got a bullet with your name on it, boy. Die for Christ's sake.
가자. 게임 재밌어 보인다. 재밌어요.
There were killers around every
와.
corner, all wearing
나
red
죽이려고 이거
bandanas.
산 거야?
That's how the cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I
시체
had one
하나
myself.
뜯으면 되잖아, 보면. 오씨. 아는 거 같은데?
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
Hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Herb wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
두 개의 산탄죠? 이거 일단 리볼버 올릴게요. 왜냐면 산탄을 주지를 않아. 리볼버 올릴게요. 해볼까? 아 근데 레인저 재밌네. 샷건으로 근접하고 레인저로 그걸 하는 거야. 장거리를
That
하는 거야.
lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder
비밀이다.
of Morgan Earp.
아니네. 은재 산탄총이다 드디어. 야 다 죽었다.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
근데? 오씨.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
뭐지 이거? 뭐 작동하는 인물도 있는데?
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
애들 나올 것 같은데. 아이씨. 이러지 마세요. 재밌다. 한판 그만 써.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
얜 죽었나? 와, 템인 줄 알았는데. 템인 줄 알았는데 우리였어. 무슨 소리야? 떨어진.
Come on, smoke that son of a bitch. Ain't bothering me none. In for the kill. Can you shoot around corners? That's too good for him. Thank you.
아 뭐야, 지금 방패병이었어. 미친. 아니 몰랐어. 친구 아니야?
Keep shooting. I don't mind. Boy, you better get out.
아 이렇게 양옆에서 쏘는구나. 아니 진짜 아프네.
Come on, smoke that son of a bitch. You gonna need it, damn it.
와 돌리는 거 봐, 미친. 와 돌리는 거 봐요.
That's it for you. There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
거대한 둥근 톱날? 그걸 이용해서 뭘 잡나 본데? 뭐야? 그네야 뭐야? 그걸 조작을 하면은 될 것 같은데, 그치? 아 뒤에서 내 뒤로 쫓아오는 건가? 아 이거를 넘어가려고? 뭐 이런 거를 돌려야 되나 본데? 퍼즐도 있어 이렇게? 이건가? 이걸로 이거 부시는 거 아니야? 헬하 어서오세요. 아 여기가 길인가?
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
여기다. 오, 한 닦아리
Curly Bill,
딱
Johnny
하기
Ringo and
좋은.
his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
엘하 어서 오세요. 좋아, 눈치채기도 전에 총을 쏴버리는 대단한 놈. 칭호 시스템 개 어이없다. 무찔르라고?
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared.
아니
They just
다
wanted
맞아.
me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil. Now, you working for Wyatt Earp?
한 명만 있는 게 아니야.
Earp send you to kill me?
떴다. 뭐야?
You want some more? You asshole!
컬리 빌씨 살 좀 빼세요. 야 와봐. 뭐 어떻게 하는데 너? 아 거기에 그렇게 가고 싶었던 것이야?
Kills Curly Bill.
컬리 빌씨 어디 가셨어요?
You're going to the gates of hell.
컬리 빌 없어졌다. 잡았다.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
재밌네. 이거 몇
To
장까지
this day,
있어요?
his killer is still unknown.
2장과 3장인가
Indeed.
그럼.
Took me a few
혼자
months
있는 거.
before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
재밌는데 산탄총 하지 말걸. 딴건총 할걸. 총 쏘는데 둘째가라면 서러운 놈. 조니 링고.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
정확도 점점 오르고 있어. 예. 올랐나 레벨? 안 올랐나? 명예롭군. 그치. 사실 명예보다는 점수 더 준다 해서 경험치 더 준다 해서 이렇게 하고.
And realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry
경험치는 못
Plummer.
참거든요. 처음 쏠 때 어렵다고. 맞아요. 처음에
Now,
죽었어요.
wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
그렇군요. 그래픽 그지 같다. 나 좋은데? 약간 그 어울리는 것 같은데? 거친 느낌? 나는 근데 그래픽을 별로 따지진 않아가지고 흙바닥에 비빈 느낌? 서부시대는 역시 흙바닥이지.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plumber looked like a good way to get rich quick.
돈 벌러 간다고?
As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head.
보안관이야?
Plumber rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape. And that's where I thought I'd find him.
Standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're fine.
Yeah, besides, George is up there on the rocks with that rifle.
아니 성량이 얼마나 크길래? 그런데 비밀 있는 거 아니야? 응? 있나봐.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men. Samuel Colt made them equal.
맞다. 이런 다 있나? 자, 다음. 저 같은.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
You can't beat the innocents.
야비들 귀 먹었다고? 아니 어디야? 누가 계세요? 계시는구나.
There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold ships. Like those that ran with
아
Plummer.
몰라.
Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's son. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
어떻게 살아 계시는 거예요? 있는 거야? 아이.
If Daddy had lived to see Alfred Nobel's explosive invention, my guess is he would have told Samuel Colt to kiss his ass.
위에 뭐 있어?
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
I can't hear you.
Dangerous, desperate individual.
여기는 금광이니까 딱 봐도 다이너마이트 많이 줄 것 같긴 해.
They must have thought I was tough. Or had some kind of death wish. Seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere. I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out.
쭉 따라가면 되나?
I
오,
had a few ideas on how to get into that mine. But once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back.
약간
So
3D
my first thought was
체험하는
to
그런
enter
거.
the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense.
근데 왜?
It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous. As there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
옐로우 베스터드? 너 지금 인종 어이씨 인종차별하니? 이런 인종차별주의자. 레벨을 뺐다고? 그러네. 단촌시선 단촌 필요 없는데. 한약 살래. 난 뭐야? 피해량 증가? 알았어. 왼발 권총. 리선도. 나? 미친 거 아니야? 여기 위에도 봐야 되는구나.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
이거
And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it.
라이플 필요 없어. 그거 제가 봤을 때 철도를 따라가야 될 것
could be as
같은데.
deep as hell. A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Time to blow your shit up.
어디 갔어?
I do not deserve to die like this.
내려가는 거 맞겠죠?
I will drop you down a mine shaft.
왜 소리 나는데? 아저씨 목소리가 너무 크시잖아요. 오, 진짜 미로야, 미로. 아저씨 있던 데로 가는 건가? 올라가는 건가? 야! 왔던 데네. 지나쳤던 길이네. 루트가 여러 개구나. 그 아저씨 있던 데로 한번 가볼게요.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
장거리 못 해먹겠다 이거. 안녕하세요
With all
여러분.
that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at. All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
아 이거 입구에서 밖에서 써야 되는구나. 그런 느낌인 것 같죠?
As a boy,
나도?
I always loved the
여기도?
4th of July.
알았어, 멀리서 쏴볼게.
Surprise!
서프라이즈. 아니! 내려오기 전에? 아, 그래? 저장을 여기다 해줬어, 근데 왜?
Take that asshole out!
Take that! 아닌데?
You can't hide forever.
아니, 안 터뜨리고 써야 될 것 같다고, 이제? 아, 그래? 알았어. 이젠 안 되는 거야? 그러면은 이걸로 써야 돼.
You must be about out of bull.
와, 어려워.
You're dead.
어려워. 그니까 샷건 쓰면 안 돼, 이제. 괜찮네.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
오. 오.
I freely admit
Oh.
that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane.
오.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried.
뭐예요? 으찌라고요.
Instead, I spotted a ladder
아,
way into the mine from the
다른
opposite side.
길. 나 어이없네.
It was a long
이거는
way
원래
around,
일어나는
but that
스토리인 것
approach
같아.
seemed more sensible at the time. Of course,
노란색이
being I had a
길을
problem with
알려주는 것
heights,
같더라.
that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder.
청소나 보다.
I needed to make a leap of faith. Which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell.
잡았다.
I was determined not to give up, however. As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob.
이러다 임마.
You can't beat the innocents.
뭐야 임마. 아, 샷건은 돌진하면서 해야 되는데. 좀 맞으면 죽어버려가지고. 여기서 다시 채우고 가죠.
I will drop you down a mine shaft.
왔어?
I had made it my mission to settle that score come
이
hell or
사람은
high water.
샷건을 4방을 맞아서 죽네.
But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
엘리베이터 탈래. 나는 문명인이니까 엘리베이터 타있어. 아, 재밌는 일이
I
생길
picked the
것
more
같아요.
convenient and more dangerous route.
아니네? 와, 엘베가 더 어려운 건 줄 알았네. 사다리 가볼까? 사다리 가보자, 이거. 아니, 다 똥색이라서 사람이 구분이 안 돼요. 뭐야? 2층 버그! 다시. 가까이 있는 걸 더 못 봤으니까. 예?
Time to blow your shit up.
뒤에 뭐가 있는? 아 그냥. 자기 혼자 떨어진 게 아니냐고? 아닐걸요? 아마도? 얘 뺄까? 가져와. 아 똑같잖아.
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserve better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there.
You ain't beefing me.
The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
다이너마이트 이렇게 많이 준다고? 불안하게? 보스전인가? 원래 보스전 전에 총알 채워주거든요? 보안관. 야, 담뱃불로 붙여서 던지는데? 쳤다. 개멋있다. 나도 할래.
This is gonna hurt. Well, this day is just getting worse and worse for me.
Henry
마리야?
Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I
또
could see
있나?
right away that this was gonna take some doing.
I got a lot more
안 되네.
dynamite than you.
어디 가셨어요?
Oh, guess you've had enough. I'm going all medieval on your ass.
어디 계세요?
I can shoot.
플로머씨 약간 허접 같은데?
You ain't taking me. You can shoot, but can you aim? No blood money for you today.
야, 던져놓고 쏴버리네? 이런. 그럼 이제 공중에 있는 거 쏴서 없애야겠다, 그냥. 네. 아, 뭐야.
You ain't taking me.
막고 있지?
I'm going all medieval on your ass. You can shoot, but can you aim? Lucky shot. Get out here.
약간이면 포탄 잘 쏘지 않냐고? 약간 탄이 적어가지고 약간 개 쉬운데? 쫄이 없다면 쉬워요.
No blood money for you today. I'm going all medieval on your ass.
I need some help? 어? 이런. 설마. 설마. 쫄들 계속 나온 거 아니겠지? 그럼 나와라.
I'm going full medieval on your ass. They're gonna bury you in a million pieces. Nice shot.
아, 2개씩 던져. 미쳤나봐. 저 있구나. 어디로 이동한지를 봐놔야 돼. 잘.
No blood money for you today. Why don't you just learn yourself? You can shoot, but can you aim? He's pissing me off.
쫄았는데? 어디로 갔지? 아. 여기구나.
I can shoot too. They're gonna bury you in a million pieces. You are really chapping my ass. No blood money for you today.
없다. 오케이. 한약 받았고. 아, 죽었다. 하하하. 아니도 어려움이에요. 한약 먹어야 돼서. 제발. 아, 처음 아니다. 딱 죽은 그 시점 비슷한 것 같은데.
Show yourself. You ain't taking me. You are chapping my ass. I'm going all medieval on your ass. Trying to pick you up. He's pissing me off. See what it gets. You can shoot.
쫄을 빨리 잡아야.
Or I kill you. Show off. Had enough.
어디 가셨어요?
Go into next week, boy. Bet you can't do it again. No blood money for you today.
피하면서 이걸 한번 주워오래.
You ain't taking me.
좋았다. 아이, 미친. 어려운데? 산탄으로 해볼까? 산탄이 아니라서 어려울까? 아, 총알 없을 때 산탄으로 하면 되잖아.
This, you son of a bitch. No blood money for you today.
아씨. 빗나가면 두 발밖에 없어가지고. 어디 갔어? 조졌다. 됐다. 한탄이 더 까다로운 것 같아 나는. 왜요? 어디 계세요? 아. 잠깐만. 찌린 게 저거 던져놓고 막 날 쏨. 쫄 나왔다. 그럼 뭐 좀 달았나요, 피? 아, 위에 못 올라가나? 왼쪽? 쫄부터 잡아야 돼. 아씨. 이동할 때 Q 누르면 막 쏴도 된다고? 미친. 이륙딘. 몰랐어요. 너 이제 죽었다. 죽었다고 복창해라. 아이씨. 어디 갔지?
can shoot, but can you aim? He's killed a lot of good men.
아파 죽어.
I can shoot too.
어디 계세요? 이분이세요? 미친 재빠른 놈. 빨.
This, you son of a bitch. Too damn close. No blood money for you today. He's pissing me off. See what he gets.
딸피다.
So that's how Henry Plummer
왜
died.
처음부터
Him and his
어려운데?
crew were worth their
그러게요.
weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
했었다. 예. 올랐나? 올랐다. 아 근데 산탄총 쓰지도 않는데 자꾸 올리고 있어. 그쵸? 산탄총 쓰지도 않는데.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley
사탄이
Harding.
별로
So
걔가
that's where I
별로인 걸
went.
몰랐어. 아,
Where in Kansas?
차라리
Abilene.
이거 올릴
Why
거야.
do you ask,
이걸 봐?
Ben?
No reason.
Was Harden as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
존 웨슬리 에피소드 4.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
그걸 내가 잡는다 이 말이지. 그렇게 무서운 애를. 아 근데 컨텐츠 신청하신 분이 늦게 오셔서 어떡해요? 별로 못 보시겠네. 양손잡이 조작법?
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
아니
I was
시작하자마자
there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
이번에는 산탄이 조금 써볼게. 약간 좋아진 것 같은데? 그 데미지 늘어나는 거 찍어서 그런가? 어디 계세요? 어디에 계시냐 이
Texas Rangers
말이에요.
got heart.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was cold and a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
통화해 주세요. 통화해 주세요. 근데 비밀 있지 다 알아. 어? 아니, 상도덕 없는 게임을 봤나? 와 진짜 없네. 우와. 딱 그 주점이야. 서부시대 주점.
To the
Wow.
very same saloon we're sitting in today.
스토리텔이야.
Look around and imagine
다
this place
죽었는데?
painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and
약간 오늘날로 치면 스타벅스 같은 거죠 여기? 아니 뭐야? 트위스티드 페이트야?
let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch.
야 뭐야 카드를 꽂고
He
나타나
deserves
미친
that
사람인가?
much. Don't you think so, Ben?
갑자기
John Wesley
긴장이 확
Hardin was a
풀리는데?
killer.
뭐?
By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men,
92?
fathers and husbands, brothers
저는
and
한 시간
sons,
만에 그 정도
men with
했는데.
families who cared about them. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. I'm freezing my... Damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. Most of them were wanted as well. I figured
야,
Hart
이게
would be
산탄이지,
somewhere,
그냥.
but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friend. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want
작전상
him to reach
후퇴도 산탄이다.
Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed presence.
아니 여기 뭐 캠핑을 몇 분이서 하셨던 거예요? 이 오두막 보면 한 2명밖에 못 잡 것 같은데? 알 수가 없네. 산탄 쓰기 너무 서럽고 힘들다. 산탄 쓰기 너무 서럽고 힘든데요? 잼버리 하러 왔다고? 아 그렇구나.
Better 3 hours early than a minute too late.
God damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
영종률 100%에 빛나는 아리엘이었습니다. 됐다. 어렵다.
You better hide!
어렵다. 약간 이 조준점 모이는 게 엄청 느려. 여기서부터 모으고 가야겠다. 이렇게.
Stop that son of a bitch! Let the boys know we got another law dog.
여기 소리가 나는데? 들어가. 아늑해. 아늑한데요? 모닥불 피워놓고 왜 이러세요? 캠핑 중인데. 이해가 안 되네. 아이 뭐야 씨. 이건 안 되겠다. 안 받는다. 몇 방을 써야 되냐? 버그 아니에요 이거? 아니 애들 왜 이렇게 단단해? 갑자기? 머리만 약하다고? 아 그래? 아 아파. 너무 원거리라서?
I wondered if Bob was among them.
다시 한다면 라이플과 피스톨을 올리겠어요. 초기화는 없겠죠? 진똥 쓰레기 산탄총.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
여기서 또 한따까리하게 생겼네요. 딱
Before I
보니까.
could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a
아마
different story.
공격 당했다 이런 뜻이겠죠?
God damn him.
아니 미치겠네. 안 죽어. 머리를 잘 써야 돼?
I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
없나? 아 총알 주세요. 블랙스미스? 총알 있죠? 아, 있네. 총알 없으세요? 아 좀만 주세요.
Watch where you're shooting.
스페인의 피수품 총알을 안 됐다니?
God damn him.
퀵슈터 이거 좋은데?
Shoot him. Shoot him.
그 장전이 바로 돼서 진짜 좋은데 단점은 탄 낭비가 심하다. 왼쪽에서 소리
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in
아,
this
제발 좀만
very
주세요.
saloon.
한약 삽니다. 어? 치.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me. In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
There he is. Damn good shot.
있나? 어.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the
fik슈터 좋은데?
fastest gun in the West.
아, 스페 나왔다. 트위스티드 페이트. 자면서 한 명 사살, 깨어있을 때 40명 사살? 자면서는 어떻게?
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
에? D 눌렀는데?
No, wait! He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
D 아니야? E A. 야, 회피하고 써야 돼? E A E. 피하면서 그거 해야 되나? 눌렀어야 한다고? 다시 해볼게요. 아, 피하면서 쐈어야 돼? 나는 피하면 쏘는 타이밍 있는 줄 알았어. 아, 그래? 이 세상 끝까지 회피. 스페도 놀랐을걸? 이 정도로 회피한다고? 매트릭스. 아니, D 계속 누르고 있었는데. 아, 꼭 눌러야 한다? 아, 연타해서 그런가? 몰카를 피해? 뒤에 날라오는 빨간 거에 죽었어.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was
못 쏘는 게
free, some
맞았네.
restless
이거
avenger took his
조준점이
life.
너무 넓어서
Shot
쏴도
him in
안
the back in
맞더라고.
a saloon, just like this one.
아,
Anybody up for another beer?
킥슈터 좋은데요? 이제 와서 올립니다. 맥주 땡긴다고? 흑맥주 이런 거 마셔야
Thank
될
you,
것 같아.
darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, do you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
뭐야? 에피소드 5.
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
재밌어요, 근데. 여러분도 한번 해보세요. 재밌는 게임이네. 오, 이쁘니? 지금 누가 들어와서 보면 악질 채팅인 줄 알겠다. NPC한테 할 건데. 악질 채팅 치는 사람인 줄 알겠네요. 가자.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
오랜 시간 전 저 멀고 먼 산맥 어딘가.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony. And the
이분이
slaughter
죽인
was
거야?
unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than
그러게.
seeing those you love die in a cruel
와.
and painful death.
신성한 나무. 아니 좋은데? 웅장하고? 야 여행 온 거.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move.
울래? 어디 울고 있어 어른이 지나가는데. 네네.
He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution. and
라이플
were more than
시작이네.
willing to die for him.
오. 오, 쌍권총 됐다. 로망이지, 로망. 쌍권총. 안 쏴. 전 자연을 사랑하기 때문에 안 쏴요. 와, 너무 예쁜데? 태양막. 좋은데? 약간 실제로 이런데 가면은 막 가슴이 탁 트이는 느낌
They
들면서
saw
좋잖아,
me
기분.
before I saw them.
근데 나는 게이머로 해도 그게 아이씨 그게 약간은 느껴져요. 아니 안 맞는 거 같냐 왜 이렇게?
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the
어디
shooting had
계세요?
started, there was no backing down.
그러시구나. 아 무서워. 에에에. 나 라이플 쏘면서 해야겠다. 아니 샷건을 왜 쓰질 못하니? 은재 산탄총.
They saw me before I saw them.
야 이거 쌍문총 쏘니까 약간 맞추기가 더 어렵다. 차는 많아졌는데.
They saw me before I saw them.
봐봐. 어려운데? 아, 한 손에 들고 가볼까 그냥? 아니다 아니다 라이플 들고 가면 되지. 어렵다. 라이플 들고 가면 되지.
They saw me before I saw them.
이게 총이지. 쌍권총 뭐 2비탄이야? 만약에? 이게 총이지. 빠져서 죽는 줄 알아.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there.
야 라이플이 최고 존엄인데요?
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of others.
라이플이 최고 존엄했네요. 자, 이제부터 가운데 루트 탑니다. 또 루트 변경합니다. 잠깐 주지도 않아. 여기 왜 소리 나는데? 나올 것 같은데 여기서? 라이플만 있다면 난 어디든 갈 수 있어. 발 좀 더. 아, 얘 루피다 루피. 발 담그면 죽어버린다. 발 좀 담가볼까 했는데 아니 발꼬락에 물 한 방울 닿으면 죽어버리나봐. 미친 거 아니야?
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
일석이조 지렸다. 야, 이제부터 라이플만 씁니다. 이게 총이지. 방탄수도 좋고. 그냥 이상할 정도로 안 죽더라. 아, 물로만 죽일 수 있어? 악마야 뭐야?
Deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me he's in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure angry cussedness.
무서워. 위에 있을 것 같아. 전쟁하다가 이런 데서 다 싸잡혀서 죽는 거 뭐 이런 거 많지 않나요? 이거를 수색하라고? 아, 여기구나. R포인트? 오씨, 무서워.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
많다고? 뭐가? 레인저? 레인저 껴보지 뭐. 하지만 라이플은 나와 함께야. 노래 왜 이러죠?
How big was this cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
이게 총이지. 저는 잘못된 것이 아니었어요. 라이플 탄약 소지랑 이걸 올릴까? 헉! 뭐야, 이것도 있네? 비밀을 알아내는 것도 있네? 빠른 세상자. 탄약부터. 나 탄약 스트레스 받기 싫어. 비밀? 개 쓸모없다고? 그렇긴 한데 입으니까
They thought it was
좋잖아요.
haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted
Wow.
with dead Indian ghosts?
이거 발더스 게이트 1인칭 시점 아닙니까? 발더스 게이트 동굴 1인칭 시점인데 이거?
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
아니 왜 자꾸 이걸로 바뀌는 거야? 저의 라이플, 강력한 라이플로 다 한 방씩 하면 되는데. 자꾸 쌍문총으로 바뀌는데? 얘는 멍. 한피 배출이 사람을 미치게 한다고.
A few years back, I was married to two mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters.
요.
Polygyny is traditional among the
운명남이야?
mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both
Never
of them
shut
nagging at
up,
me
yeah.
all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I
딱
mean, what
나오게
happened
생겼죠?
with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the cave of death.
아, 총알은 충분해. 새끼리 있네. 치, 새끼 못 참지. 그렇군. 가자. 아니 여기서는 또 물
I came
밟아도
upon
되네.
this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows,
응?
and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
이거 그냥 동굴이라서
The
에코 효과
sound of his
들어가는 거
voice
아니?
put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
뭐야?
As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
잠깐만, 아, 원패부터 할 걸 그랬다. 엄치 2배 이벤트냐? 그니까. 잠시만요. 스킬은 올려도 되잖아. 기장전. 애들 멍청한 게 왜 자기 쪽에 불을 켜놓지? 나였으면은 내 쪽에만 불 켜놓는다.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
하지만 어두면 무서운걸? 거와이네. 난 여기 총알 있어. 경험치 2배 이벤트
I
아까
felt like
좋았다.
I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith.
아 자꾸
No way in hell I was
라이프를
turning
포기하지 마. 엄마.
I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo is right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be
I-
fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly
이런
what happened to
미친.
me.
아니. 솔직히 여기서 이렇게 가는데 죽어버린다고? 미친 개복치 아니야?
There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens.
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
큐가 뭐가 사기냐면 위치를 표시해주는 게 사기야. 물을 조심할까?
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty
함정이었어?
son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
아니 눌렀잖아요.
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
없다. 엄폐가 없다.
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
S A W E S A R.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
깜짝이야. 아니 개 놀랐어. 공포 영화인 줄 알았어. 놀라서 화면 흔들리는 거 봤어요? 부들부들. 아 깜짝이야 진짜. 머리를 노려야겠다. 헤드라인을 잡아야겠다. 안 보여. 안 보여. 또 뭐 내려왔다.
path appeared before me that I had not seen
라이프
before.
헤든이 위도우 메이커가 됐다고? 네, 제가 잘못된 게 아니었어요.
I followed
총이
it as I
저에게 맞지
desperately
않았어요.
needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me.
얘들아 라이프 탄약 없니? 60발 정도면 받을까? 레벨업. 삐륵띵. 대장전 하는 동안 R을 연타하면 시간을 단축할 수 있습니다. 해보지 뭐. 전설적인 무기 해제됐다고? 세공된 유견발 권총인 건가? 이러네. 너 여기로 가면 죽는 거 아니니? 딱 봐도 죽을 것 같은데? 근데 솔직히 이 정도는 아무리 운동신경 없는 나라고 해도 이 정도는 갈 수 있는데. 뭐 길이 있었나?
But it
아,
was like
지나갈
that
수
son of
있구나.
a bitch disappeared into thin air.
뭐야? 진짜 늑대야 뭐야? 묻힌 늑대. 묻힌
Never
늑대
did
쉐.
find him. And never did collect my goddamn
정확도
bounty.
올라갔어 또. 라이프라니까. 진실 다 찾았다. 뭐야? 개고수.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend
딱
to
보니까
exaggerate.
라이플이 사기예요. 왜냐면
Did they
애들이
exaggerate your part in taking down the
웬만큼 멀리서
Daltons?
나와 계속.
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what
리볼버랑
happened
샷건은
firsthand.
여러 번 때리거나 탄이 안 맞거나 그러는데 라이플은 잘 맞아.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing
총 들고
banks and
가까이서
trains clear
갈리는
across the territory, until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
이거 몇
Fighting on
장까지
the side of
있나요?
right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
이게 6장인가? 모르겠다.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time.
라이프? 아주
Two
좋지.
banks on the same damn street.
지 비밀 있을 줄 알았지. 야, 은행 두 개를 하루에
Story was
턴다고?
Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no
우리 팀이래.
ambition.
아,
Oh, you're
초록색으로
nobody
보이는구나.
next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brother to
빨간
Coffeeville
복면만
just to shut
죽이면
her up.
되나봐.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
세공된 거. 세공된 거. 아, 멋있는데? 오. 아, 이거 무기 스킬은 그 무기 아니어도 다 적용되네요? 네. 라이프 탄약 있으세요? 혹시? 좋은데 쓰려고 합니다. 여기는 샷건 쓸맛 나긴 했겠다.
The
하지만
brothers paid
라이플이
dearly
더
for their
좋아합니다.
stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down
화이트는
very
알지도
differently.
못하면서 자꾸 읽은 걸로 말하네.
First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys.
They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker.
네, 안으로?
This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away.
네, 안으로?
The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
네,
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta
네,
wait till
안으로?
something bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind.
네, 내 세공된 권총. 있네. 만나자마자
He
우리
saw
팀
we'd
잖아.
get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
여기겠죠?
A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
하는 게 아니고.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
아니, 잘못.
Jim
세공된.
Boone, Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
뭐야? 다 털었어?
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a bitch!
야, 의자 뒤에 숨으면 안 맞을 것 같니? 피스톨도 그건 뚫겠다. 인정? 나무 의자 뒤에 숨어서 그걸 피하겠다고? 와. 뚫렸네?
Over there!
자꾸 왜 틀리냐면 제가 날 쏘고 있잖아. 그럼 난 반사적으로 클릭을 눌러 쏴주려고. 그러면은 틀렸다고 뜨거든 그냥. 아,
Silas Greaves! What the hell?
클릭은 봐줘야 하는 거 아니야?
Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
어디에 뭐가 있는 거야? 여기 비밀 없나요? 없네요.
His name? Silas Greaves. And when
그레이브즈?
dust finally
그레이브즈
settled,
아니야?
he was the last man standing.
방탄의자라고?
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
아,
It was early evening, not high noon. I was late to the party, and Coffeyville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
그러네. 다 죽었네. 야. 우두머리 바람둥이 패배자. 달튼 형제. 아니
I'd been
별명을
tracking those
패배자라고
jokers for
했어.
months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And
얘네는 왜
finally,
표시
they
안
did.
되냐?
Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeeville.
뭐야? 목표가 뭐야? 도망치지 못하게 해라고? 뒤에 계신데요. 이 사람이다! 씨! 문인 줄 알았어, 미친. 미친 거 아니야? 추격하는 건가 보다. 아니네요. 아니 왜 다시 하라고 해? 아 안에 들어갔구나 애들. 아이씨 사람이야 씨. 방패병 졸라 무서운데요? 에? 에? 애들 이 안에 들어간 거 아니야? 오. 도망치지 못하게 해라. 아, 일로 간 거구나. 집 안이 아니고. 죽이는 건 아닌 것 같아.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons pull up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those two families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeeville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
비밀인가? 오케이. 자, 조준 속도 증가. 좋다. 야, 다 도망쳤겠다. 이 정도의 속도라면. 아, 일로. 야, 총은 잘 쏘는데 길치예요.
Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
어디죠? 여기군요. 여기요? 아, 여기군요. 아니! 야, 총 맞아 죽는 것보다 20cm 추락해서 죽네, 자꾸. 20cm 추락해서 죽는다고요, 자꾸.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Reeves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
I'm gonna tear you apart.
펀맨이네. 아, 잠깐만 어떻게 피하지? 여기 뭐가 없는데? 뭐 하나 있나? 피할 데가 하나 있나? 여기? 여기서? 이렇게?
It's home.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
엥? 뭐야,
They
죽은 거
say he
아니야?
was shot 23
23발 맞고
times.
살았다고?
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
어떻게 된 거야, 그럼?
But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
저 찾았어요, 제 적성. 장거리 명사수였습니다, 저는. 저의 정체는 장거리 명사수였습니다. 아참네. 잠은날.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a
필탄
couple
몇
of
시간
days to
정도
track
돼요?
the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those
어,
outlaws.
진짜 같아.
But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course. So we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn.
뭐야?
The maple trees were in full color.
왜?
Red as blood. The rains that year were torrential,
뭐야?
so the whole area was
자연을
flooded.
파악하기 힘들다고?
The vigilantes had spread out wide.
단풍나무
Pretty soon I couldn't
잘한
see
데가
anybody.
길이란 뜻인가 보다. 여기요, 총알 있으세요? 네. 그럼 갈게요.
Bury him in the swamp. Plant him where they stand.
Except for some son bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm. So I had to face them alone.
뭔가?
I wondered why my
우와,
compatriots
깜짝이야,
didn't come running when they heard the shots.
총알 있으세요? 뭔 소리야? 4.2시간? 오, 약간 멀미나. 오. 여기 길 몰라서 헤매고 다니니까 멀미난다. 잠깐만. 이게 어디지? 길 표시 있네. 아, 여기 위로? 아. 아니었어. 길 아니네? 아니. 아니. 정답을 알려줘. 어리고 여려 이 안인가? 이러면 나가린데. 이제 들어가라고? 어디 들어가? 저 역주행인가요 혹시? 들어가라고? 별찬 역주행 중이라고? 큰일 났다. 아닌가? 여기 온 길인가? 아니. 큰일 났다. 제가 다크소울도 하다가 보스 뭐 10번씩 잡는 거 이런 건 괜찮았거든요? 근데 길 못 찾아서 관뒀거든요? 어쩌는데? 맵 없나? 여기에서 총 쏘는 애가 나왔잖아? 그럼 여기가 길이라는 거야. 내 생각엔 그래. 이제 어디 있느냐가.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet.
스스로
But I did
찾았어.
have the questionable
아유.
pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
아니 어디야? 누가 어디에서? 아 위에. 어디 계신 거예요 도대체? 아 여기구나. 이래서 위장복 입는 거구나. 진짜 안 보여.
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
아 총알. 요즘 누가 언제 산탄총 씁니까? 아. 진짜 맞는 줄 알았다고?
Point being, I was under serious attack. My reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
지원 병력은 필요 없는데요. 하는 있어야 되거든요. 죄송하지만. 탄 있으세요? 이 게임 하면서 가장 많이 한 말.
A barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
가장 많이 한 말. 탄 있으세요? 좀 모였다.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running through the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was.
자는 소리 나는데?
So I just started walking, and pretty soon...
자는 소리 어디서? 자는 소리 어디서 나는 거야? 아니 자꾸 버그인가요? 아니 이게 뭔 일이야 도대체?
Steve. Steve.
아 얘기 듣던 애가 자는 거구나.
No, I'm listening.
이 자식.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Indians? There were Indians.
No. I
Ay,
just
뭐야.
wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp.
아니 탄 아깝네.
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
막내 말고 다른 애가 나오나? 큰일 났다. 또 잃어버렸다. 또 죽은가 보다. 어떤 데라고? 저는 모르겠는데요.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. Kansans breed like rabbits. Or Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
뭐야. 야, 다이너마이트 터져서 안 보이는 틈에 날아왔어.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son of a bitch!
But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Time for you to go. Bury him in the swamp.
가자! 라이플과 함께라면 어디든 갈 수 있어.
What are you gonna do?
어,
You gonna need it.
미친 방패병. 방패병이 제일 무섭더라.
Shoot, I dare you. Oh, now what? He has it coming.
아 맞다, 수류탄 있지? 왜 자꾸 다른 데 있냐고? 엥? 화면만 딱 보고 있는데 눈알 움직여요? 뭐가 있는데? 아, 게임에서? 약간 멀미난다, 이 맵. 아, 지금까지 한 번도 안 그랬는데. 좀 멀미난다. 멀미나. 그거 나중에 하자고? 이거는 깨고 싶은 그런 마음. 저장이 어디에서 되나? 아이스타냐.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
언패물이
That's when I
없다는
saw a
거는
goddamn steamboat.
뛰어도 된다는
A
거야.
steamboat in a swamp?
증기석?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
아, 홍수에 떠밀렸다.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
할 수가
what-
있나?
Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
하는 거? 아무것도 없어? 런.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
여기서는 산타 쓸만 했으려나? 어쨌든 실내니까. 됐어? 라이플이 최고 존엄이야, 나에게.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
죽어버렸어요. 조준 안 하고 쏘니까 약한가 보네. 그럼 다시 쏴볼게요. 조준 해야겠다, 그냥. 얼굴 다 보여. 아! 안 나와. 얘한테 2킬 당했어. 보스한테도 이 정도로 안 죽었는데 아까. 역시 코너가 유리해요.
Don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
올라가면 딱 봐도 있겠죠. 이 위에 있을 수도 있어요. 뒤에. 사람 있는 줄 몰랐어. 사다리가 진짜 위험하다. 왜냐면은 실제였으면은 총을 못 들고 있잖아. 그대로. 진짜 위험하네. 야, 낭만 있긴 하네요. 배 위에서 전투. 마지막 전투. 여기 딱 있겠죠?
Right about then, much to my
우리
relief,
팀이야?
the vigilantes finally arrived.
아, 그래요?
Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me
자경단장
directly at the
바로
Daltons.
킬했네.
I finally had him, after months of dogged pursuit.
알았어. 살살 갈게. 못 들었을걸? 총소리. 왔어. 왔다고. 들어가자이? 안 부셔? Q를 문부수기로 해서 Q 썼는데 아니 괜히 궁만 썼잖아.
Turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
에? 날 때려? 야 내가 쏜 게 맞았네.
The Daltons had played me like a
After
fiddle.
all this,
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
We're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too
올라가야겠지?
big. I don't think they'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Breeze?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection
Oh.
might be a bit hazy.
마침
But
여기에서?
somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
경치 2배 이벤트. 또 어디? 경치 2배 이벤트. 최대한 머리를 쏘세요. 그래야 경치를 많이 주거든요.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together.
잠시만요. 헤드샷이 집중도 증가량 감소. 다이너마이트. 뒤쪽 적. 공중에서 다이너마이트 넘기. 혹시 추가하고. 그냥 저 별로 안 쓰거든요. 아래 루트 탈게요.
Two brothers side by side, determined to take me
친구 아니야?
down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
에. 에. 얘부터야? 아니, 둘을 같이 놔야 돼? 근데? 뭐야? 저는 겁쟁이 아니니까 그냥 해보겠습니다. 아니! 피해야 되나? 자, 한 번 더. 두 명인데 어떻게 한 거지? 아, 피하면서 한 명씩 죽이는 건가 봐. 조준해서. 아, 이해했다. 나 에임을 가운데 두고 있었는데.
Two brothers side by side, determined
아니
to
근데
take me
총을
down.
먼저 뽑으면은
Confident that this time the
그거라며.
odds were on their side.
겁쟁이라며. 그냥 둘이 쏘는 거는 겁쟁이가 아니야? 나도 확 겁쟁이 해버려? 아니 피했는데 뒤 누르고 있었는데. 튀긴다. 뒤 누르고 있는데? 더 빨리 뽑아야 되나? 아, 이번엔 반응 속도 신경 쓰다가 집중도를 못 올렸어. 안 보여. 왼쪽부터 해야겠다. 오른쪽 애가 내 몸에 가려서 어느 쪽에 쏘는지가 안 보이네. 왼쪽부터 할게요. 오른쪽 애가 더 빨리 쏘나? 아니 이거 반응 속도 99.8로 해놨는데.
Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
마우스 좀 가만히 있어라.
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive,
탕탕
despite
써야
his wounds.
되는구나 그냥 바로.
Paroled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend
너무
of
힘들어.
that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
있었습니다. 오늘은 여기까지 하겠다.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
영상 보고 오가야겠네. 에피소드 7 와일드 번치. 뭐야 이게
It
진짜
was
아니야?
1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy
진짜 이야기
profit
같은데,
running
이게?
cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old.
내 생각에
Well,
그
I was
리볼버랑
mighty pleased with
샷건으로
myself the
했으면은
next morning as my brothers and I rode
아직도
for
못 깼을
Texas.
듯?
But before we crossed the
전
border, those
에피소드쯤에서
cowboys caught up
깨고
with us.
있었을 때?
It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but me and my older brothers were bigger and heavier. They were already dead.
떨어져서
And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo, you know
아
about.
숨이 더
But
빨리
Bob
막혀서?
eluded me until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
음.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains.
재밌었습니다. 나중에 이어에서 엔딩 봐야겠다 다음 주에. 재밌네. 재밌는 게임이야. 왜 평가 좋은지 알겠다. 진짜 뭔가 딱 FPS에서 재밌는 부분만 떼어온 것 같은? 있다라는 느낌을 주는. 내가 잘 알고 있다 이런 느낌을 줘서 그 뽕맛에 빠진 스토리? 컨셉도 좋고 스토리도 괜찮고 재밌겠다. 마지막에 멀미 나서 죽을 뻔하긴 했는데 아니 계속 괜찮다가 그 습지 가니까 왜 이렇게 멀미가 나? 길을 못 찾아서 빙빙 돌아서 그런가? 스토리 좋고 그래픽 좋고 아리에 좋고 와 미쳤다. 팍스다 팍스. 시야가 가까워서 아 그런가? 그런가 보다. 아 재밌었습니다. 전 내일 그 여행 가거든요. 1박 2일로 친구들이랑 사진 찍어서 보여드릴게요. 여러분도 연휴 재밌게 잘 보내세요. 안녕. 몇 시 출발이냐고? 아침에 일찍 가요. 근데 여행은 일찍 가야 시간이 많아, 그치? 그렇다고 돌아오는 거를 늦게 오면은 약간 뭐라 해야 되지? 집에서 피곤하다 해야 되나? 일찍 와야 덜 피곤해. 차라리 그 여행 뽕맛이 있을 때 빨리 출발해야 돼. 가서 뭐 재밌는 거 있으면 트위터에도 올릴게요. 응. 오늘 자야지. 꼭 자야지. 그럼 아마 월요일에 오겠습니다. 아마도. 저 보고 싶어도 울지 마시고요. 아시겠죠? 재밌었다 오늘도. 기대한다고? 자, 이만 가보겠습니다. 안녕. 잘 봐. 잘 봐. 좋아해. 하트. 하트 보이시나요? 이거 하트입니다. 사다리꼴 아니에요. 하트입니다. 바이바이.